Adventures of Mimi the Artist, Bee Friends, an adventure about shapes and beekeeping, written and illustrated by Lynn Melchiori. Mimi is an artist. She lives in a little cottage near a forest. Art and adventures with her special friends make her very happy. Today, Mimi the artist was having fun making a new picture. Painting sure is a lot of fun, thought Mimi as she dipped her paintbrush into fresh paint. Mimi heard knock, knock, knock on her door. "Who is it?" called out Mimi. "It is Little Brown Bear. Butters, Clover, Rolly, and Flutters," answered a little brown bear as they all peeked their heads around the door. "Hi, come on in," said Mimi. "What are you doing?" asked Little Brown Bear. "I am painting some of my favorite shapes," replied Mimi. "Each shape reminds me of each of you." Mimi points to one of the shapes. "This is an oval. It makes me think of you, Butters, and your little tummy." Then Mimi pointed to the triangle on her painting and said, "The triangle makes me think of you, Clover. I know how much you love clovers." Just then, Little Brown Bear's tummy made a loud grumbling noise. He was hungry. They all laughed. "We better have lunch," exclaimed Mimi, "but first we need to get some more yummy, sweet honey from my hive to spread on our bread." "Honey? I love honey," said Little Brown Bear with a big smile. "This will be an adventure." "For us," said Mimi's friends as they watched her pack up some interesting-looking supplies into a little wagon. "We have never visited a beehive before." As they walked, Mimi pointed at the wheels on her wagon. "Do you see how round the wheels are?" asked Mimi. "They are round just like you, Rolly, when you bundle yourself into a little ball." Rolly laughed with delight. Mimi used her finger to draw a circle in the dirt. "This shape is a circle. It is round and looks like the wagon wheel, and like Rolly." When they were walking, Little Brown Bear stopped and asked, "What's that buzzing sound?" "The buzzing sound is coming from my beehive," answered Mimi. Mimi started to put on a white pair of pants and a white shirt. "What are you doing?" asked Little Brown Bear. "I'm putting on my beekeeper's outfit," answered Mimi. "What is that?" asked Little Brown Bear. "It is my smoker. A little bit of smoke calms the bees down," replied Mimi. "How do you make smoke?" "I carefully start a small fire using a match, dry pine needles, jute cord, and a bit of newspaper stuffed inside the smoker. Opening and closing the baffle on the side helps add air and gets the smoke puffing out of the nozzle," explained Mimi. Mimi walked to the hive and started squeezing the side of the smoker. A bunch of puffy white smoke came out. "Hi, little honeybees," said Mimi. A little bee flew out of the hive and stopped right in front of Mimi. "Hi," said the little bee. "Oh, hi, Buzzy Bee," replied Mimi. "Today is my birthday," said Buzzy Bee with a big smile. "Oh, how wonderful," Mimi said. "Are your friends having a birthday party for you?" "No," replied Buzzy Bee, who started to look sad. "All honeybees are too busy working to have any parties." Mimi took the top hive cover off and placed it upside down on the ground. There was an inside board that she also removed. Slowly she lifted out a small rectangle called a frame. It was covered with bees. She gently gave the frame a shake while it was over the hive. Most of the bees plopped down into the open hive. Some of the bees flew around in the air. After replacing the two covers, she brought the honey and wax covered frame back to her friends. They were watching with great interest. "This frame is in the shape of a rectangle," exclaimed Mimi. "Mimi, do you think of me when you look at a rectangle?" asked Indy. "Indy, you don't have straight sides like a rectangle. But from now on, I will think of you when I see a rectangle," laughed Mimi. "How do we get the honey into a jar?" asked Little Brown Bear. He was still hungry. Let's bring the frame back to my cottage, and I will show you, replied Mimi. She gently placed the frame into an empty hive box that was in her wagon and covered it with a soft towel. Is the honey cold? Asked Clover. Oh, no, said Mimi. I am covering it so the bees don't smell it. After we remove all the honey off of it, I will put the frame back into the hive. As they were walking back home, Mimi told her friends about Buzzy Bee's birthday and how nice it would be to have a surprise birthday party for her. Everyone loved that idea. Back at her cottage, Mimi placed the frame that was full of capped honey into a large bowl. She used a fork to poke holes in the white wax to let the liquid honey drip out. Wow, Rolly called out, looking at all the honey that is dripping into the bowl. Rolly, would you hold the frame for me while the honey drips? Asked Mimi. Sure, replied Rolly, who was so proud of being asked to do such an important job. Let's hurry and decorate for Buzzy Bee's birthday party. She will be coming here soon to check on the frame. We can surprise her then, said Mimi. As they were decorating, Flutters asked if there was anything they could give as a present. Mimi answered, I have a special present that I will give to her when we return to the hive. Then Flutters asked, you taught us about ovals, triangles, circles, and rectangles. What shape do you think of when you look at me? Oh, a diamond shape always comes to mind, exclaimed Mimi. Flutters liked that shape. Little Brown Bear and Flutters hung up a happy birthday banner and streamers while Clover blew up balloons. Indy, Butters, and Mimi busily set out pieces of cake. Rolly called out, all the honey has filled the bowl, Mimi. Just in time, exclaimed Mimi. Now we can pour it into a jar and drizzle over the cake. Mimi carefully tipped the bowl full of honey over a glass jar. Everyone watched the golden honey slowly glide into the jar, filling it right up to the top. Wow, honey is really tasty, said Butters after she dipped her little paw into the bottom of the near-empty bowl and licked off the sweet, sticky syrup. There was a knock-knock on the door. It's me, Buzzy Bee, called out Buzzy Bee. When she opened the door, everyone shouted, surprise, happy birthday. Buzzy Bee's smile lit up the room. She was so happy. Thank you, she called out. They sat down and enjoyed eating cake and honey while talking all about the new things they saw during the day. Little Brown Bear asked Mimi, what shape do I look like? Mimi laughed. Your face is so big and cuddly. I think of a happy square when I think of you. Little Brown Bear smiled. Thank you for the surprise birthday party, said Buzzy Bee. You're welcome, replied Mimi. When the party was done, they placed the empty frame into the wagon and headed back to the hive. Once back at the hive, Mimi put her white beekeeper's outfit back on and placed the empty frame back inside the top box. Mimi, what shape do you think of when you looked at me? Asked Buzzy Bee. That's easy, a hexagon, laughed Mimi, just like the shape of the honeycombs bees build on the frame. Now it is time for your birthday present, called out Mimi the artist. Mimi held onto her magical paintbrush, and with the flick of her wrist, the hive transformed. Instead of plain white, it was now painted a golden honey color with white flowers, green leaves, and cute little honeybees. Wow, everyone exclaimed. Mimi's little friends clapped their hands in happiness. Buzzy Bee was so happy with the newly decorated hive. This is the best birthday ever, said Buzzy Bee. The end. And that is the end. Boy, it's kind of tricky reading a book like this when it's not to people right next to you. So you can see I have trouble sometimes. I'm too busy looking at the pictures. Now, this book was all in color. I also have a book for sale that is a coloring book, and you can color it in yourself like this. Same pictures as the one I just read to you, but these you can grab your crayons or your colored pencils and color in yourself. And see, this hive, Mimi has the real hive painted like this. And that's what made me think of doing the book like this too. So you go to mimitheartist.com and you can see information about the books, or go to amazon.com. And Mimi has a whole bunch of things that you can read and play games at her website. Again, mimitheartist.com. Please hit subscribe from watching this, and then you'll see I have 3 other books I'll be reading soon too. Have a great day. Bye-bye.